Alright, I am on the PC Inside Pitch game, but we're going to actually play original Inside Pitch today, not advanced. I'm actually rolling a game of the old game right now on my tabletop. 62 Yankees Twins. Yankees lead that one 3-0 after 2 or 3 innings. So I decided to roll an inside pitch game. I got the 1980 season up. We got Jim Slaton and Dennis Eckersley, the Brewers and the Red Sox opening day for the 1980 season for these two teams. Um, I'm rusty on this game, so it's going to be interesting, but we'll see what happens. And I will do whatever the computer tells me on base running, because I use the alternate base running charts on the tabletop, so I'm a little rusty on the old way of doing the base running. So we'll just see what happens. Looks like at County Stadium we got -1 for Ks, and we got -4 for walks, so that's going to be interesting. Just quick look at the defense. Thomas is a 1 in center, so that could be a problem. Otherwise, everyone else is pretty good. So we'll see how that works out for the Brewers to have a 1 in center field. And here we go. We got Slaton on the mound. We got Jerry Remy is going to lead it off. Then we're going to have Burleson and Lynn. So let's see what happens and see if I remember how to play inside pitch. Tabletop has been going okay so far. Here is a K chance against a righty in Slaton. He's a 5 minus the 1. 10 is going to be too big, so no strikeout. And we get a 2-4 single past second. So Remy is on. Strategy says steal. Okay, good enough for me. We're going to steal with Remy. See what happens. 18 is caught stealing. So Remy singles but is caught stealing, and there is 1 out. Now nobody on. Slaton with a little bit of a break there. Charlie Moore getting the out there. And here is Burleson now for Slaton. Decent number of blanks on his card, and there's one of them. And now we get a ground ball to second base. Molitor to Cooper. 2 out, nobody on. And here's Fred Lynn. And there's another blank on a 3-1. And a fly ball to center field on a 5-6. So after the single and the caught stealing, a quiet inning, and we go to the bottom of the first. Eckersley on the mound for the Red Sox. And he's going to face Molitor, Cooper, and Dick Davis, the DH. I'm not remembering Dick Davis that well right off the bat, to be honest. All right, we got a K chance against a righty. He's a 9 minus the 1, 14 too big. So we're going to roll on Molitor. And that is a base hit. So the 2 leadoff hitters get hits. Remy was picked off. Here Molitor is on first with a single pass short. He does not get the steal. Nothing on the strategy. And Cooper will bat. Left-handed batter, and a lefty here. This is a blank against the lefty. And now we got a double to right. So here we go with base running, and according to this, looks like the runner on third is holding with a 0 BR. So second and third, nobody out. I'm not going to play in. The computer went to in, but I'm going to play back. It's the first inning. Second and third, nobody out. If we get 1 out, maybe we'll bring him in. Dick Davis will bat, right-handed batter. Second and third here. Eckersley to Davis. Eckersley in trouble early. And that is a, what is that, wild, possible wild. And a 12 looks like it's too big, so we'll just go to Davis. There's only no wild, and a pass ball was 1-3. So we'll roll on Davis. And there's a fly to left. Let's see if the runner can score. The the sac fly roll fails on the 6, and the runner will hold. So second and third, 1 out. Now Ogilvy is up. Lefty against the righty Eckersley. We got Thomas on deck. Couple of options here. We could walk Ogilvy and set up the double play, or we could pitch to Ogilvy, and I'd probably keep the infield back and give up a run. Do we want to walk him to face Thomas? Could strike out Thomas as well. Yeah, well, let's pitch to him. Let's just have some fun and pitch to him. I could see walking him here, but it's early in the game. Second and third, one out. I'm going to keep the infield back. I'm going to go back on the infield. We'll give up a run. Second and third, one out. Let's just try and get Ogilvy. And that is a blank because he's not tired. And there's a fly to left. So again, the sac fly roll. He's a 3 on the sac fly roll, and it fails again. And again, the runner holds. So second and third now with 2 out. And now they'll try and get out of the inning by getting Gorman Thomas. And there's a K chance against a righty, and that is going to be a strikeout. He gets out of the inning. So good job by Eckersley. Second and third, nobody out. 2 fly balls, and the runner couldn't score from third, and then a strikeout. So we go top of the second. Slaton will face Jim Rice. And we are at the ballpark for the first time. County Stadium, and a ground at a first. Cooper takes care of it. 1 out. Bring up Yaz. Carl Yastrzemski. There is a blank for Yastrzemski. We roll on his card, and another grounder to Cooper. 2 out. Nobody on for Tony Perez. And that's a wild, which is a blank with nobody on base. So we will roll for the batter. And there's a star 6 fly ball to center. Easy inning. We go bottom 2. Sixto Lescano leads it off. And we got our first range play of the game. This is going to be a star 2 is a fly to center. Lynn is a 4 in center field for the Red Sox. And a 5 fails. 17 is going to be a single, though. So that's a single on a failed range play. Runner on first, nobody out. Red Sox, they're infield. 2-1, 0-1. Wow. All right. 0. Is this a adjustment for the situation? I don't know why it was 0. Okay. Runner on first. Is nobody out. And Don Money will bat. Oh, home run chance. This is a straight home run chance against the righty. That would be a home run. That is a home run for Don Money. 2-run home run, and it is 2-0 Milwaukee. Wow. Yeah, so Remy goes to a 1. That was just a -1 for the situation. But still, though, they're infield. 3, 2, 1, and 2. Not great, and Raider is a 1. So outfield defense okay, infield defense not so much. Eckersley will face Yount. Brewers take a 2-0 lead. Nobody's out still here. At the ballpark for Yount. And there's a ground to the first. It seems like when we go to the ballpark, we get grounded to first. 1 out, and that'll bring up Charlie Moore. He's a righty, so that is an auto out. Fly to right. 2 out. Paul Molidor will bat. And he is a righty. That looks like a K chance against a righty, but it looks like it's going to be too big. So we're going to roll on Molitor. And we get a double to left. He's 2 for 2. Runner on second, 2 out for Cooper. Brewers brought their hitting shoes. And that's a home run chance. And that is going to be, it looks like a home run. Against a righty, that is going to be a home run. 2-run home runs. And it's 4-0 Red Sox. There's no E or O in inside pitch to save the pitcher. Wouldn't have done it anyway there. 4-0, 2 out, nobody on now for Dick Davis. 2-run home runs here in the second inning. And this is a home run question mark against a righty. It's too big, though. The 11 just misses. So we're going to roll on Davis. And there's a fly to left. So Eckersley with a rough inning gives up 2 2-run bombs. It's 4-0 top of the third. Here's Hobson leading off against Slaton. Red Sox have a good lineup, though, so we'll see if they can get back into this. Here's a range play. And a grounder to, looks like third. Money is a 3. 6 is no good. The 9 is a single. So runner on first, nobody out for Evans. Red Sox trying to claw their way back into the game. Blank on Slaton. And a grounded to third, so now we got the double play roll. It's going to be at least, looks like a 2 plus 2 is 4 plus whatever the pivot is. And the 4, and it went up to a 5, and a 4 is a double play. 2 out, nobody on for Raider. And there's a walk chance against a righty, and that is too big. Taking me a while to adjust to the inside pitch cards to find where things are since I'm used to IPA. And there's a liner to short. So we go bottom 3, Brewers 4-0. Ogilvy leads it off. And a wild is a blank. So we roll on Ogilvy. And there's a star 5 fly to left, 1 out. Gorman Thomas. Easy to say star than asterisk. 3-1 righty K plus, that should get Gorman, and it does. 2 out for Lascano. There's a blank. Roll on Lascano, and that is also a star 5 fly to left. So we go top of the 4th inning, 4-0 Brewers. Remy leads it off. He singled but was caught stealing. There's a walk chance, and the -4 is going to be a problem there. It's going to take the walk away. And there's a star 5. That's a popular result right now. Grounded is second, 1 out. Here's Burleson. Possible error on a throw, our first error check. But a fly to right, no throw, 2 out. Here's Lynn. And that's a blank on Fred Lynn. And a base hit. So Freddie Lynn gets a hit past Yount at short. Runner on first, 2 out. Strategy blank for Rice. Of course, he can make it a 4-2 game in a hurry. Let's see what happens here. That's a K chance, though, and that's going to strike him out. So Rice whiffs, and we go to the bottom of the 4th. Here's Money. He's got one of those 2-run home runs. And we got a range play. This is going to be a pop to Hobson at third. He's a 3. And finally, we get a range play that is successful. 1 out. Here's Yount. Yount righty, that looks like, is that a K chance? And if it is, it will be just enough for a strikeout. And Yount goes down, 2 out. Here's Moore. Again, the red on black. Sometimes I can't see the result. And here we have a K chance. Would have been a home run chance if he was tired. 15 against a righty is going to be too much, though. So Charlie Moore gets a chance. And he gets a base hit, so he makes good use of that chance. That looks like that's a single past Burleson. Runner on first, 2 out. Strategy blank for Molitor. And Molitor's a righty, so that's an auto out. And it's a fly ball to center. So we go top 5 already here. 4 runs, 7 hits for the Brewers. No runs on 3 hits for the Red Sox. Yaz will lead off against Slaton. And that is a K chance against a righty, but it's too big, the 18. So Yaz will get a chance. And that's a ground ball to first. Cooper takes care of it. 1 out. Here's Tony Perez. And that looks like an auto out. Ground ball to third. 2 out for Hobson. Slaton pitching a game here so far. He is not tired, so that's a blank. And we got a grounder to short. Yount takes care of it, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. Eckersley against Cooper. And there's a K chance against the righty, and -1 will take the strikeout away. He would have been a strikeout, but the -1 drops him to a 5, and that's a 6. And then we get a ground ball to short. Burleson takes care of it. 1 out. Here's Dick Davis. Man, I'm just like vaguely remembering Dick Davis. Here's a K chance and a 1. That's going to be a strikeout. 2 out for Ogilvy. Certainly remember Ben Ogilvy. Here's an at the ballpark. And a base hit to left. So a 2-out single to left. Runner on first, 2-out. Strategy blank for Thomas. Eckersley can still face 5, but he's running out of gas quickly. And this is a K. Oh, wow, this is going to just make it. Look at this. This is a K chance against the right. He's a 19 minus the 1. So that's going to just make it with an 18. So we go top of the 6th. 4-0 Milwaukee on 2 2-run homers. Evans leads off against Slaton. He could still face 7. There's a blank. We go to Evans, and that's a star 6 fly ball to center. 1 out. Here's Dave Rader. And there's a blank. And there's a double to right. So Rader doubles the right with 1 out. 4th hit for the Red Sox. And that'll bring up Jerry Remy, top of the order. And that is a walk plus, I believe. Against the righty would bring him up to a 15. Oh, but it's minus 4. It's going to just make it anyway. So he does walk with an 11. First and second, 1 out for Burleson. So here's a big chance for the Red Sox to claw their way back into this ball game. And there's a blank. A lot of blanks on a pitcher means he's not controlling the action, and it gives the hitters a chance. And there's a base hit to left field. Runner will score from, so that is going to make it 4-1. Runner on second holds. So first and second, 1 out for Fred Lynn. Here come the Red Sox. It's 4-1. Slaton trying to get Lynn here in the top of the 6th. And 1-6. That is a home run chance against a righty. Oh, it's going to be too big. The 17 is going to be too big. He's a 12. Oh, wow. Lynn almost ties up the game. We'll roll on Lynn. And that's a fly to right. So he hit it well, but not out. And the runner on second does get to tag and go to third. First and third, 2 out for Rice. Wow, so Lynn almost ties it. First and third, 2 out. Slaton trying to get Rice. Rice is the tying run. That's a walk chance against a righty, but he's only a 6 and it's minus 4, so there's no walk. Rice with a chance on his card, though, and there's a base hit. Base hit past short. Runner holds at second, but it's now 4-2. Red Sox cut the lead in half here in the 6th inning. 4-2. First and second, 2 out. Slaton not out of the woods yet, but I'm going to let him pitch to Yaz. Let's see if he can get Yaz. And that is a range play. What a time for a range play. Don't hit it to center if you're the Brewers. Liner to second. Molitor is a 3. And he fails at it. He does not get the line drive. And that's going to move up both runners. And it is 4-3. First and third, 2 out for Perez. And let's see what righties they have. Okay, well, it's a little early for Castro. He was a save guy, but he did throw 84 innings, and they have multiple save guys, so he is an option. You got Reggie Cleveland. He was a starter, though, wasn't he, Reggie Cleveland? Did he also pitch out of the pen? John Flynn. I don't remember him that well. He was pretty good for the year, 37 innings. I could go to Flynn. 6th inning. All right, let's try this John Flynn, who I don't remember that well. But Flynn is going to come in. First and third, 2 out, trying to get Tony Perez here in the 6th. The Red Sox have fought their way back. It's 4-3. Let's see what happens here. First and third, 2 out. And 1-4, he's not tired, so that's a blank. And a grounder to first. Cooper takes care of it. So the Brewers hold on to their lead, but it's now 4-3. Bottom 6. Eckersley can still face 4. I'll let him start the inning. He's facing Lascano. And that's at the ballpark. County Stadium. Grounder to second. Remy takes care of it. Red Sox with some momentum. Don Money at the plate. And right-hander, that's an auto out. Grounder to second again. Remy, 2 out. Here's Yount. And that's an auto out. Eckersley with renewed life with those 3 runs. Mows him down. Another grounder to Remy. And we go to the top of the 7th. We got Hobson, Evans, and Rader. Flynn will stay in. Top of the 7th inning here. 4-3 ball game. And that's a K chance against a righty, and he struck him out. 1 out. That'll bring up Evans. And Evans is a righty, so that looks like a blank. I think that's a slash. And there's a base hit to left, tying runners on with 1 out. It's Dave Rader. He's lefty against a righty, so I'll let him hit. Runner on first, 1 out here in the 7th inning. K chance is too big. Rader doesn't strike out that much. And we got a fly to left. 2 out. 2 out, runner on first. Nothing on the strategy. Jerry Remy at the plate. And Remy's a lefty, so that's an auto out. Fly to left. Bottom 7, 7th inning stretch time. Eckersley's down to 1 batter. Moore is right-handed, so I'll let him face Moore. And right-handed, that's an auto out. So that's a grounder to second. 1 out. He's now at risk of being tired, but there's 1 out, nobody on. I'm going to let him face Molitor. And that's an auto out. Fly to right. 2 out. Cooper to lefty now. I think maybe we've pushed it far enough. Who's their left? Well, Bergmeyer was their save guy, and they don't really have much else. So that's interesting. They got Drago and Stanley. Stanley could come in. Lockwood. Remember Skip Lockwood with the Mets. Bill Campbell. All right, you know what? We'll go to Stanley. He's righty, but at least he's not tired. Eckersley would be vulnerable to being tired. So let's go to Bob Stanley here. So we got bottom 7. It's 2 out, nobody on. Cooper facing Bob Stanley now. And there's a home run question mark against a lefty is 1-16. This 7 is going to pass. And Cooper's a 15 against righties. And aren't they supposed to give me another number? Isn't that a home run question mark? So the 7 passes. So do we have to roll on the batter's card in IP? In IPA, they give it to you on the side. I think we have to roll on the batter's card to get and use the other D20 number. I think that's how it works, because this 7 passes on the question mark. So I'm going to roll on the batter's card and see what the D20 is. It's a 16, so it does miss. The 16 does miss, so I guess we're using the 6-3 for the batter, but it is a base hit. So the 7 passed here. Passed the first test, but it fails here on the 15. So I guess I'm just going to use the single to right. Not sure if that's how it works in IP, but in IPA they give you the second number on the side. Runner on first, 2 out. Now there's a pickoff attempt. 12 is no pickoff, so runner on first, 2 out for Dick Davis. Yeah, I'm not positive about that, but IPA does it better. It does it different. It gives you the second D20 on the side. Here's a blank, and there's a 4-2 fly to center. So we go top of the 8th inning. Top of the 8th, 4-3. Brewers holding on to this lead. Now we got top of the order, Burleson, Lynn, Rice, Yaz. Let's just double check and see where we are with bullpens. They have Castro from the right side and McClure from the left side, and they were their save guys. So the problem is here we got righty, lefty, right? Righty, lefty, righty, lefty. So I'm going to let Flynn face Burleson, and then I might go to McClure. So let's see. Let's see if Flynn can get Burleson here to start the 8th inning. It's a blank, not a good start. But he does get him on a grounder to second. So 1 out. Now with Lynn up, I'm going to go to McClure. So Bob McClure is going to come in to face Lynn, Rice, and Yaz. Obviously, Rice is the righty, but you do have 2 lefties here. So 1 out, nobody on. McClure in to face Fred Lynn. And this is a home run question mark against a lefty batter, 1-10, 15 too big. So it fails the test, so we don't have to worry about it this time. We're just going to roll on Lynn, and it's a fly to center. So 2 out, nobody on. Now here, McClure's got to be careful of Rice, but I'm leaving him in because you got Yaz after that. So it's 4-3, McClure being careful of Rice here. And that looks like an auto out. Fly ball to right. So we go bottom 8. Stanley will stay in facing Ogilvy here. Brewers holding on. This has been a good game. 4-3. Wild is a blank. And now we go to Ogilvy. And there's a fly to center. 1 out. Here's Gorman Thomas. And here we got a range play. So let's see what it's going to be. It's a grounder to first. Perez is only a 2, and he fails it. 13 is going to be a single. So a base hit here. Runner on first, 1 out. Now they call it hit and run with Lezcano and Thomas. All right, we'll put the hit and run on, and we'll see what happens. This is at the ballpark. And there's a grounder to short. Now the hit and run, this is going to be no double play, and it looks like the runner gets to second. How do I do this now in this game? Click here for fielder's choice, but it's not a fielder's choice according to this. The runner gets to second. There we go. First time I clicked it didn't go. All right, runner on second, 2 outs. So with the hit and run, they stay out of the double play. Because you get a bump on your base running. So the hit and run prevents the double play. Runner on second, 2 out. Stanley's going to have to get money to keep this a 1-run game. So the hit and run pays off there, staying out of the double play. Now we have a possible error on a ground. We haven't had a lot of error checks. Possible error on a ground ball. And this is a star when it is a ground ball. It's a grounder to first. Perez is only a 6 error, so let's see what happens here. No error, so that is it. We go top of the 9th inning. Here we go. So now we got Yaz, and then we're probably going to go to the righty after Yaz. So McClure will face Yastrzemski. 1-run game, top 9. It's been a good one. Here we go. McClure to Yaz, lefty-lefty. And that is a... what is that? Those question marks? Lefty, 1-14, 12. That's an auto out. That is an auto out on the 12. And it's a fly to right, 1 out. Here comes Tony Perez, and now we're going to take McClure out, and we're going to go to Bill Castro, who is the righty version of their save team. And Perez, will Perez bat? What was Perez in 1980? Let's check his numbers. He was first base. Perez was he's still hitting 275 with 25 homers, so he was still effective, and he's staying in. So Perez will bat against Castro. 1 out, nobody on here in the 9th. Red Sox down by a run, and is that a range play at the park? Oh, I don't do rare plays, so we're going to roll again. I have the rare plays turned off. And we get 2 rare plays. Okay, we'll try again. 3rd time's the charm. What are the odds of that? Grounded to short, but a range play. Yount is a 3. Can he make the play? This is a big range play here in this game, and he makes it with a 2. Yount with a nice play. Comes up clutch on defense. 2 out, nobody on for Hobson. Hobson will bat against Castro. Red Sox need something here to keep this game going. Brewers trying to win it. They hit 2 2-run homers, and it's held up so far. 6-5 is a blank. And fly ball, center field. Thomas has it. Game over. Brewers win it 4-3 on the strength of those 2-run home runs in the same inning. Red Sox came back with 3, but it was not enough. They had a couple of chances. Lynn had that home run question mark with 2 guys on, but it didn't happen. And the Brewers, on opening day, beat the Red Sox 4-3. So that was a good game of original inside pitch. Thanks for watching.